Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am Danny Taipay. As you know, our YouTube channel is relatively new here. And if you could do me a huge favor, can you click on that subscribe button below? That would definitely help us out a lot to help us grow and expand this channel. So hit that like and subscribe button below and let us get us on our journey together. On to the video. This is a 2023 Hyundai Kona All-Electric Vehicle. This will actually be the first electric vehicle I review on this channel. This one is pointed in a galactic gray color, very shimmery and shiny, little metal specks in the paint, makes it look very shiny in the sun. The silhouette is very common of a lot of subcompact crossovers on the market today. Nothing fancy, but you know, nothing that is an eyesore. Some of the cars out there that try to make it too fancy and it sticks out and it's like, yeah, not really good looking. But this one's actually really easy on the eye, very aerodynamic, 4 doors. The rims here are 17-inch rims. As you can see, they're kind of tailored to what most of the electric rims are looking for. Try to generate low center of gravity, low resistance, and recoup some of the energy as you're rolling down the street to recharge those batteries. On to the side profile. We have the mirrors here with lane detection, blind spot monitor, a little signal that lets people know that you're turning. Looking at you Tesla owners, use signals before you cut people off. Thank you. And we move to the front end here. Daytime LED running lights, looks really cool as you're driving down the street. Halogen headlamps, very bright as you are driving down the dark highways here. Front fascia looks really nice. It actually has a aerodynamic element to it. Reason being, the electric motor is actually up front. Some of the other cars have it throughout the car, underbody, in the back, whatever, but this Hyundai actually has an electric motor inside, which is really interesting. And I'll give you a shot of that a little later. So front end, of course, the charging door. This is where you stick in your gasoline. Just kidding. The charger. This is a regular home charger. At home, it'll take you about 9 hours to get you a full charge, which isn't too bad, but you know, if you're not in a pinch, time of use, you could charge it in 9 hours, not too bad. And then we have here the what they call level 2 and level 3 quick chargers. Level 2, it'll probably get it charged 10% to 100%, probably, I want to say about 2 hours. Level 3, under an hour. From what a lot of the reviewers are saying, you can probably get it done under 47 minutes, which is super fast at a level 3. So depending on what your situation is, you could definitely find a supercharger and get back on the road real fast, under an hour at the level 3 charging. And here we have the engine, or not really the engine, the electronic engine. This is kind of interesting. Like I said, most cars will have the electric motor staggered out through the car. If there's 2 motors, maybe one underneath the driver area and one in the back, but Hyundai actually put it right here in the middle where you would find a typical gasoline engine, but it's not gasoline, it's actually electric. So if you could pan around, actually. And now we are inside the Hyundai Kona. First thing you can tell, there's no shifting lever or anything right now. If you look at this, it's all automatic. Basically, you have buttons for drive, buttons for park, neutral, and reverse. That's a big shift from us gearheads who's used to lever, especially a 6-speed power shifting gear, or even automatic lever. There's no levers, all buttons. But I think that's the sign of time for these electric vehicles nowadays. This button here, turn that on, give you a glimpse of what that looks like. Very intuitive. You have actual buttons here, which is a step apart from some of the other electric vehicles that gives you one center console and that's it. Everything is done through the center console. Me personally, I'm very tactile, so I actually do love these physical buttons. And from a lot of people say, if you listen to the radio and a call comes in and you jam up in your navigation, it's, you know, gives you a bad situation if it's all one screen. But with this, you can switch from back and forth Makes it very easy to pick up your call, change music, and you actually have these physical buttons here too, which for your volume, for your radio. Soap opera rappers, all these niggas sound like all my children, and that's who you thinking is. All right, we don't want any copyright infringement. We're gonna turn that down. And then if you zoom over this way, you'll see the instrument cluster. I think this is the most important part that I think is the most important. It's really cool. Unlike other regular analog clusters, it's all digital. You basically get a TV screen and you get to play with the TV screen. Very nice. Once we get going, you can see the different functions of it. It'll give you the miles that you have, the RPM, your range, how much range you have. Later on, we'll talk to the owner of this car, kind of give us a rundown on all the different aspects of it. First time I'm driving it, so I don't know all the aspects, but the owner will give you a lowdown on the different aspects of it. I believe he said if you turn on the air conditioning and on driving, affects your overall distance too, which kind of makes sense because everything's run on power. So that's a little neat feature that we'll show you a little bit later on. But I guess all that's left right now is for us to get on the road and give this Hyundai Kona a test drive. Test drive next. And now we are behind of the wheel of the all-electric. My first impression is the stereo was actually really light. For an electric car, you would think it would have a little bit more weight on the steering wheel, but it's actually really light. It feels really nimble. And if you step on the accelerator, there's the instant torque that we're talking about. It goes from 0 to 60 in this car to about 6.6 seconds. Of right now, I'm digging this Hyundai. Definitely something worthwhile, if you want to get a budget-friendly, economical, all-electric vehicle. I think Teslas are running about 58, 60 grand for a base model to get you inside the doors. With Rivians, I think they start about 70, 80 grand for the Rivians. I mean, they're looking really cool, but man, that's expensive. And then if you get to another level, the Mercedes, the EQ series, they actually start 100 grand or more. So that's, you buy 4 of these for that price almost. So for a price of a Hyundai, you can definitely get your money's worth out of that. So let's get going here. And again, the center of gravity feels really low because all the battery packs are on the bottom. So when you go over bumps, it'll really hug the ground better than most other vehicles. And you feel that too. If you're a little bit more sturdy, do a little swerving here. And it's sturdy. You can tell that you want to be low to the ground and steer and suspend like a race car. So very nice drive.
Do you want to try the sport mode?
Okay. All right, we're gonna try the sport mode.
So you're in the eco mode right now.
Right.
I'm gonna switch it for you. So you'll notice there's less response time, right?
Okay.
And you can see over there that it went to red. I can flip through them really quick. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
There you go. So
all right.
A higher ability to accelerate.
RP, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we are in sport mode, folks. Earlier we were in eco mode, and you could tell by the blue trim around the speedometer and the other gauges, the power gauge here. But once you see red, we mean business. So we're going to give it a little bit of juice as we
there's a bus, but we'll be okay.
Take off the line here. So we will see what this power mode on this Kona is all about here. Here we go, green light. We have a car in front of us, so we're not gonna gut it yet.
Yep.
Get out of my way, get out of my way.
You'll notice less braking, there's no instant braking for this because it's not attempting to charge.
Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna 40 to about 60 in about 2 seconds. That's pretty cool. Again, that's an electric car for you. You wouldn't get that type of acceleration in any sort of a gasoline powered vehicle, but electric is a different animal. Being a gearhead growing up in Southern California since as far as I remember, we always loved V8 engines, loud exhaust, the fumes that you smell in the morning as you start your old car up. None of that here. You just got instant torque on an engine. Blows the mind for us gearheads. I grew up in the 80s driving those 80s sports cars. Wow. But I guess it's a sign of the times, you know, everything changes. And it's not bad. I wouldn't mind driving one of these. You know, at first I had my preconceived notions that I would never drive an electric car or buy an electric car, but
look at you now.
Look at me now. Like Rocky said in Rocky 4, if I can change, you can change. So this is definitely changing my mind on electric vehicles. So thanks to the owner for letting me give it a test drive and getting a real life feel of what it feels like behind a all-electric vehicle.
Thanks for having me, Dan the man.
So we are going to wrap up here in a minute on this test drive. Like I said, very impressive. Driving on the road here, and we will give you closing thoughts. All right, guys, that wraps up for our review of the Hyundai Kona All-Electric Vehicle. Overall, I think it's quite impressive. Like I said, never driven a all-electric vehicle before. This is the first one all-electric on the channel, so I'm excited for that. I'd like to bring out the owner of this fine vehicle. We have a chap. His name is Danny. Really cool name. Anybody with Danny is all right by me. So, first of all, Danny, let's give your viewers some background about when. Well, why don't you give us a history of your cars? What cars did you have before?
Okay, this is my second car ever. The first car I had was a 1999 Toyota 4Runner.
A 4Runner, see?
Yeah.
We know we like this guy
old.
we had, of course, Danny Taipay's got his 4Runner at home, so we know we like this guy for a reason.
Yeah.
So 4Runner, very good cars. When did you get this car and why?
Sure. I got this car in December of 2022, so almost a year ago now today. And the reason I got it is because the 4Runner crashed, and I was looking for something more economical, you know, something that made more sense. Yeah, I just absolutely love the car.
Nice. Well, it's a nice ride. It's definitely a nice ride. How far do you drive it to work on an average basis?
Sure. I would say I usually drive to LA, commute for work. I would say I'd put on about 1K a month. I'm at about maybe 8 or 9K right now, and I think that checks out. You know, December to August or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
about 9 months, 9K. Yeah.
So about 1K a month.
Okay, and you like it so far?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. No problems. I mean, yeah.
So you basically, of course, you don't put gas in it, of course. You just charge it at home, right?
I charge it at work. So
at work, even better.
Corporate ones, I don't even need to charge it at home, which is great.
Nice, nice. So at this point is where Danny Taipay will tell you, here are the top 3 things I like about the Kia or Hyundai Kona. All right, cut that out. Okay. Here are the top 3 things that we like about the Hyundai Kona. We're going to hear it from the owner itself. Danny, take it away.
Ooh, my top 3?
Top 3 things you like about your car.
Got to be the zero torque. That's just fun. You just instant accelerate.
I agree to that. Definitely 100% agree with that.
I would say the sound system's really good. It has like 2 different sound systems so that you get the nav and background music if you have something playing, which is really nice. So like, yeah, I would appreciate that. And then number 3, I would probably say the battery. I started, well, should I say that part?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So I started at like, they told me, you know, 270 miles on a full charge. And I was like, okay, that's pretty good. You know, maybe the Tesla's like 300, so it's comparable.
Yeah, range rise, very comparable.
And I've driven on eco pretty much all the time. Sometimes I go into sports mode for fun, but since then the battery has actually gone up. So it started at like 270 or so.
Interesting.
And now when I plug it in and go to full, it's at like 290.
290, you hear that? You hear that, guys? It actually goes up. So
getting
Hyundai,
digits.
You did some good engineering there, Hyundai. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
So 290 range, and of course, you know, a lot more economical than those expensive ass Teslas, Mercedes, Rivians out there. So if you're in the market for a working man's electric vehicle, this is it. Wouldn't you say, Danny?
I would definitely say that.
All right, take it from the owner itself. This is a must buy if you're looking for a economical electric vehicle.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, other Dan,
so
better
much.
Dan.
Absolutely, thank you so much for showing me your car. And we will close out this video by saying, please subscribe to our channel for more upcoming videos. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And thank you so much for watching. And a reminder, please be good to yourself, be good to others, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Nice.
Thanks, Danny. And that